Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Welcome, welcome everybody. Thank you for coming. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda 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 Gauranga Gauranga Gaurachandra 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 Gauranga 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gaura Chandra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Radha, Gora Gora Gora, Gora Krishna, Gora Krishna, Gora Krishna, Goranga, 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 Gora Krishna, Gora Krishna, Gora Krishna, Gora Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Gora Gora Krishna, Gora, Gora, Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Govinda. Okay, let's chant some. Jumping together. Krishna. Ah, 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 Krishna. Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita. Gadadhar Srivasadi. Gaura Bhaktavinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Nityananda, 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 Gora Chandra, 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 Gora, 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 oh Gora, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Goraga, 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 Goraga. Goraga, Goraga, Gorachandra, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Radha Radha, Radha Radha, Radha Radha, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Gora, 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 Krishna, 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 Gora, 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 Krishna, 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 Gora, 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 Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Nimai Pandit, 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 Nimai Pandit. Nimai Pandit, 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 Nimai, 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 Nimai. Nimai, 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 Nimai Pandit, Nimai Pandit, Vishvambara, 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 Vishvambara. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare. Ah. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Let's see here. Eleventh Canto. Maharaj Nimi meets the nine Yogendras. This is Canto 11, Chapter 2. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the hearers of Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah. Jai Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Jesus Christ. Shukadev Goswami said, eager to engage in the worship of Krishna. Eager to engage in the worship of Krishna, O best of the Kurus, Narada Muni stayed for some time in Dwarka, which was always protected by the arms of Govinda. I like that this verse, eager to engage in the worship of Krishna. That was the quality of Narada Muni. It's the quality of all devotees. They're very eager. They develop eagerness to engage in the service of Krishna. If you don't have that eagerness, that means you don't have any attachment. Just like a person, when you have a hunger, you're really hungry, and there's the object of your hunger there. To satisfy, you're very eager to satisfy it. Huh? Very eager to satisfy. See, so we got to develop a hunger for the transcendental body of Krishna, the transcendental form of Krishna. See, that's an advanced stage, and that stage is very hard to get attachment to Krishna. Krishna himself says that it's very hard to become attached to me, him. See, therefore, sadhusanga is the greatest way. Is the greatest way to attain Krishna easily. See? The hard way is you don't have these realizations because you're not a real resident of Vrindavan. You'll teach some other way if you are. See, some other way. Or if you're just too dumb to understand this way, they'll, like Prabhupada and Bhakti Siddhanta just gave the rule book. Because people, they were motivated followers. Remember, I shared that thing about Narayana Maharaja, where he was saying, if you chant Hare Krishna, you can get all that you desire. You can get name and fame. You can get material wealth and everything. See, so in a sense, Bhakti Siddhanta, by teaching the rules and regulations, there was no room for this kind of preaching. See, so they would look, even though he didn't preach directly, yeah, come and you'll attain all your desires. But they were coming to, they had that kind of faith. If they came to Bhakti Siddhanta, they were going to get power. They were going to get prestige for being his disciple. They would get, position. So many people came to both Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta that way. And there is no room for this kind of preaching, life's ultimate goal, love of God, because they're all thinking, where's the profit in that? See? These leaders all think, where's the profit in? They didn't even understand life because Prabhupada, there was no room for this teaching yet. See, so therefore this teaching didn't come out. This manifestation, they're all hiding it. Bhakti Siddhanta, all the way. Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta, Bhakti Vinod were very expert at hiding the real transcendental Lord because of lack of room. It's like that saying of Jesus, don't cast your pearls before swine and your food before dogs. They had, when you have name and fame, you're a donkey urn. When you want that, you're a donkey urn drinker. See? So we get some of those sometimes and we throw them out as fast as we can identify them. Yeah. Yeah, so this is beautiful eagerness. You want that eagerness, you come here and chant with eager people. Otherwise, you'll chant with these gurus for the rest of your friggin' life, man. All of them. Everyone I seen had no friggin' eagerness to worship Krishna. They're very eager for the position. They're very eager for the disciples' money. Very eager for the buildings of Prabhupada. Very eager for getting adored and their sweet name called, their bogus names called. Oh, my Guru Dev, deliver me. They didn't have, that's not, they're eager for something material. They're not eager for the transcendental form of God, which the only practical way you can get is sadhu sangha, is with somebody you see who chants with natural love for Krishna. Krishna, like Lalita was saying in her class, there were beautiful verses she was quoting, that Krishna gives happiness to his devotees. But the problem is people don't know who Krishna is. Because you never seen the happiness that a devotee gets from being with Krishna until you come to this sangha. None of these gurus have shown me that they're really happy with chanting Krishna's name, because I saw no ecstasy. If you're really happy, the ecstasy of God manifests in your body. because you're that close to the Lord, man. You know that the Lord is your life and soul. I see none of that preaching, not with Narayana Maharaj, Radhakund Babaji's, or ISKCON. So that's just the truth, man. The truth of what I've seen and didn't see. Therefore, nobody knows. It's not surprising. Nobody knows the glories of what we're preaching here because none of those gurus showed it. So how can you say they're that exalted? They can't show you love of God. Now that's an exalted person. You know, you want to be an exalted, you come here, you come to get purified with sadhu sangha and everything, and automatically you'll be an exalted person because you can transmit love of God. Because now you've become a resident of Vrindavan very easily by following the process your guru teaches and believing in this process and not that bogus process out there. Follow these dry spiritual masters with no spirit, man. Only the name, spiritual master, Bhakti Vedanta with no bhakti, spiritual master, with no ability to call Krishna and attract Krishna. See a lot in this one sentence. Eager. Narada Muni's quality was eager to serve Krishna. That's why you see when he initiated somebody, they got love of God. The hunter he was just a friggin' hunter. He was killing animals. Not only that, he was torturing them. But he took shelter of Narada Muni. See, take shelter of a real devotee who has eagerness to serve Krishna. Has a real relationship with Krishna. And look, that hunter became a saint. Yeah, look at Valmiki, man. Valmiki was a dacoit and a murderer and a thief. He took shelter of Narada Muni and became a saint. Look at Dhruva Maharaj. How many times do I have to tell you what the real friggin' path is? But none of these stupid idiots know. None of them. That's why you're a stupid idiot. Why don't you just admit it? I'm a stupid fool, man. Just like Saint Peter did, when he realized how the glories of Jesus, man. Hey, man, I'm a stupid, foolish person. Go watch that movie about Jesus Christ by, the one I always quote there. I'm stupid fool. You guys, you gurus, just admit you're a stupid friggin' fool for taking a position and drinking that donkey urine. Yeah, you're really foolish. And if you can't admit that, you're not getting into the kingdom of God. And you not only do you have to admit that, the only way you can admit it is you have to see the light as somebody pointing out the mirror, man, the bright mirror of what you really are, you piece of dog shits out there. Name and fame, you're dog shit, man. That's coming from the Acharya. I'm just repeating what the highest devotee that you know, Mr. Humble Pie, called you guys dog shit, man. He called you donkey urine drinkers, man. Name and famers, man. What kind of deliverance can you give your disciples, you pieces of shit? Just admit it, man. We're all scumbags without the mercy of the Lord, and that covers our scumbagness. And if you leave that mercy, if you leave Guru, if you leave that, then your scumbag comes out, and the people who have the sight can see it. And those who are other scumbags who won't meet it, admit it, they'll be in your association, like over in Johan, that scumbag over there, with the other scumbags. They can't admit it. Therefore, the Lord remembers it. Gohari Das remembers it to remind them of that truth that they hate to be reminded of. They don't want to see the light. They don't want to see the conclusive truth. You're a scumbag for leaving your guru, man. You're a scumbag for leaving these wonderful devotees like this and not even caring. What a scumbag. I mean, isn't it? Isn't it just the truth, man? Can you imagine? The guy wants to associate with scumbags, other scumbags, who all hate Guru, man, are against Guru. That's pretty scumbag, man. What? The Lord doesn't prove to you every day that he's working here? Only a scumbag would not acknowledge it. After 6 friggin' years, those people didn't learn anything. They don't like to hear a cussing guru, who lays it out like it is, man. You know what? It's not true that these Pharisees are vipers. Isn't that what Jesus said? That's why we remember Jesus, man, because he was bold, because he had the truth and he spoke it. He's called a spade a spade. Everybody's saying, "Oh, these Pharisees. Oh, they're servants of God. Oh, these Pharisees. You know, they're going to get me to God if I go and I give them money and my time and my energy. Oh, how wonderful!" And Jesus said, "No, they're not. No, the real truth is not what you believe. You believe in the darkness that they're preaching. No, no, they're vipers, man. These Gistan gurus are vipers, man. They're biting your ass, man. You don't want to hear it, do you? Because that's the truth. And you believe in lies. You believe in darkness and deceptions of the world. It's like, what's the difference between believing in them and that stupid Biden and these other guys? These guys who are scamming everybody. They're lying and deceiving because that's the world. They're liars and cheaters, and they were that way from the beginning. Those who serve those principalities, the demoniac ones, and even the demigods, they speculate too. It's time for the apocalypse. You see the lips, man? They're apocalypsing. You ever put that word in the dictionary there, Govinda? Apocalypsing. Apocalypsing. I don't think it's in there yet. You got to find the apocalypser. Apocalypse. Might get me killed just speaking this truth, but so what, man? Hey, every day I get to preach, hey, it's another feather in Krishna's cap, man. Another peacock feather, man. The Max Man. Yeah, but you see the relationship of Jesus. That's why we remember Jesus, man, because he told people the truth. When I heard those things, whoa, the Pharisees are vipers and snakes. Wow. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for pointing it out. Now I don't know how. I know where not to go. I don't need to take shot. And thank you, Prabhupada. He did the same thing. Why should I be any different than Prabhupada and Jesus and their real disciples? That's all. The real followers get the real truth, and that's our witness. Even my disciples, you're here to witness for these kinds of truths that the Lord reveals to you. See? And the devotee reveals to you. Your guru reveals to you. Remember, Jesus said only the Father knows the Son, and the Son knows the Father. That's one of these ecstatic dudes or gals, and they worship with real intimacy and ecstasy, and the tears are pouring, and the laughing, and all that shaking and trembling and relishing stuff. See those guys, and so the son or the real daughter, whatever you want to call it, in the body, because we're all related, universally to the Lord in ecstasy, actually, in intimacy. When you take the veil off, then you see the veil veils, that relationship. That's what the veil is. You don't see the real beauty of God. And even the devotee and the Lord wearing veil, you got to take the veil off. Oh, there's the Lord. The veil was hiding that beauty of God, man. Yeah, and also the beauty of the devotee is hidden behind the veil, of contamination. The contamination and everything veils our transcendental relationship with the Lord. Hey, Prabhupada did the same thing as Jesus Christ. Actually, I'll tell you, just quote his words. Yeah. Actually, my dear disciples, none of my god brothers are qualified to be acharya. See, that's a Jesus. That's a Prabhupada. That's any real devotee empowered by the transcendental Lord. See, transcendental Lord. See? but you'll have transcendental symptoms if you're empowered by the transcendental Lord. Wow, what a concept. Go hard. I never thought of that. These gurus still can't think of that. See? Because they have no faith in a real empowered person, in the real disciplic line ordered by Prabhupada himself to point out the facts of life, of their lives, even because they don't know. Strange preaching, huh? Yeah. Yeah, Prabhupada said, actually, none of my godbrothers are qualified to be acharya. Then after Prabhupada leaves, even before they left, they had big titles. And after that, they have big titles. Nobody believed Prabhupada. They believe in the big titles. They believe in the darkness. You know what that's called? Weakness, man. Because nobody really got the strong mercy of Prabhupada. Well, a couple of them, we hear about, and some that actually left. What are we doing in this place with this infested with these snakes and vipers? See? So actually, none of my godbrothers, he said, are qualified. Actually, they're not even Vaishnavas. They're third and fourth class Vaishnavas, man. A real Vaishnava is not envious and jealous and all that. And that's all we see in the gurus, man. You think, you don't think I can say, well, actually, none of my godbrothers are actually qualified to be spiritual master. What's the difference? It's true, isn't it? You see anybody qualified? Haven't I not taught the qualification of what is a real spiritual master? Haven't I shown you what it is in the book and pointed it out and preached about it up and down about Guru Tattva, up, down, this way, that way, always, and we're still getting more ways. They don't even know. They don't know their own position. Therefore, you know what that's called? Neophyte. When you don't know your position in spiritual life, you're a neophyte. Oh, it doesn't matter that you claim to be on a higher position. That's sahaja. See? You claim, I'm a spiritual master. I'm Guru Dev in the Hare Krishna movement. Oh, really? Do you have the real qualifications? Oh, yes, yes. I memorized all these verses, and I was voted in. See, all these mundane considerations. Yeah, I was voted in by the authorities. See, the authorities were voted me in. Is that really the truth? Where's the standard? The standard is right in these transcendental books. The standard is in everything. The standard is always showing us. See, the real authority is not mundane, is not material. The real authority that's why you see Krishna or Prabhupada preached. That's why I like his preach, always the essence of truth. Prabhupada said, actually, my godbrothers did the wrong thing. And that was Sridhar. They did the wrong thing. Sridhar, yes, Sridhar Maharaj, according to Prabhupada, did the wrong thing by voting in an acharya. Yes, let me yell it out because you guys don't seem to see. You're all worshiping that guy. The one who did the wrong thing according to Prabhupada, who obviously you don't believe because a lot of you guys went over and took shelter over there, you stupid fools. You don't believe in the real. I take the Prabhupada's words seriously. Actually, it's right there in Chaitanya Charitamrita, in the purport. Actually, without authority, Sridhar went and appointed an acharya. Well, actually, you won't say, maybe the name's not mentioned, but if you do a little historical research, it was Sridhar and his friends who appointed Ananta Vasudev as acharya, who failed miserably, married a prostitute who was still tricking while he was Gurudev, doing business. Can you imagine? who was a sannyasi, and then he got married. Prabhupada said, yeah, that's what happens without authority, see? So he said, better that you let the acharya arise by the will of Krishna, not the will of some mundane court, some mundane appointers of some GBC clerks. That's why he said, my Gurudev never mentioned anybody to be acharya. Better to just carry on the mission. You worship Bhakti Siddhanta, just like people worship Jesus. And when by the will of Krishna, an acharya rises, and you'll know if you're not too contaminated, because first you'll take shelter there, and then you'll get purified so that you can know more and more the glories of such a person that arises by the will of Krishna. Not the will of man, because when it arises by the will of Krishna, there's the qualities of boldness, fearlessness, and a lion-like countenance, mentality, and authority. So that's how it is. That's why you'll get delivered very easily if you come here, because everything is proven by God, not by man. See, by man, they always trying to disprove where the truth is. Isn't that what man does? Man is mundane. That's, you see, man, mundane. Mundane man. No divine men or women anywhere except here in this Sangha. Always trying to disprove the acharya, always trying to play down the real devotee empowered by the spiritual potency. That's what Maya does. That's why Maya is always trying to cover the truth, and the spiritual master, if they're preaching, and we are, is always uncovering the truth. And sometimes it's not pretty. It's not pretty to admit your guru is a piece of dog shit, man. Yeah, dog shit for taking the position. They're friggin' Putana, man, of Kaya, speaking poison, poisoning the river Arikata. Kata. Yeah. People say, why don't you appreciate our guru's service? What service? What, misleading you? I don't appreciate that. No, aren't you in the God business? You know, the God business is you lead people into the kingdom of God directly, man. That's God business. You can't do it? Get off your friggin' seats and go get a pizza delivery job there. You don't even deserve that. You should go out and be a homeless person, because you are. You're homeless, man, and helpless and hopeless without the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. That's exactly it, man. People believe in the darkness more than they do the light. That's why the essence of the preaching of the book of John and some other preaching in the Bible is beautiful. And you catch these jewels in there, man. He came to his own. It's always like that. Krishna came to his own. He came to Mathura. You see, ecstatic Krishna. All these truths are metaphoric and esoteric. And you have to hear them from a person who is empowered to know them. And that is here. They all come to their own, man. It's always the same procedure, man. Krishna, first Jesus came to his own. He came to the Jewish people, and they were not interested, most of them. Because why? Because they considered that they accepted the darkness more than the light. Jesus, his word, his presence here in this world is the light in this world. His the light is what? The truth he spoke, man. He didn't just go around beaming. You know, he 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 zapped you, man, with with the word. The word of in the beginning was the word. The word was with God. The word was and is and always will be God. You don't want to be zapped by the word of God. Most people are thinking that, well, we don't want to be zapped by the word of God. Because if you are, you'll be delivered out of illusion if you listen to that word and get purified. That's the word of God, man. But see, who is your God? You think it goes both ways. Maya's way and Maha Maya's way and Yoga Maya's way. Who is your God? My God is Jaipatak and Radhanath. Yeah. Okay. Well, who is their God? Well, God, their God is Krishna. Oh, really? Well, Putana was trying to say that her God was Krishna, and she was poisoning Krishna. And that little Krishna is in you. He's getting poisoned, man, by a Putana. That's, your God, that's Johan's God is Putana and Kaya, those principalities. These gurus are the same. As soon as you take the position as guru, see, you if you can't drink the poison like Lord Shiva, man, you can't drink the Kool-Aid and live, and that's the name and fame of being guru, because you'll die spiritually, man. Your spirit will be covered up with the false ego big time. You got to drink the Kool-Aid, man, and live and show that you're alive. What do you think that metaphor and Prahlad having given poison, man? He was giving, you think it's always poison, physical poison. Everybody thinks physical. No, metaphorically, esoterically, the poison of this world, the poison of being born in such an illustrious family, and your father's a demon and teaching you demoniac stuff. He lived, man, through that as a devotee, man, with devotion and bhakti, didn't he? Huh? Look at him, Prahlad, right in the midst of his father's a friggin' demon. He's got these demon teachers and everything. And because his real father was Narada Muni, man, he considered my real father is my Guru Dev, not this friggin' demon, man. No. I listened to Narada Muni, man, and I remember Narada Muni's teachings. I remember all these things. And some of you smucks here, you don't come all the time. And that's what you are. You're wandering little cows who don't come here regularly. Could you imagine if Prahlad was one of those? Don't you want to be spiritually strong? You come and stay in association of real devotees till your end of your days, which will never end because you live forever here. Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You see, eternal life and eternal family, man. Get with the program. This is not a mundane affair here with a mundane family and all that. My guru is my Lord, birth after birth, and that's the same thing with your friends here. They're your friends, birth after birth. You're in the Chaitanya family and the Radha and Krishna family forever. They never die. Except these gurus are all going to die. They're going to taste they're going to get the kiss of death and not the kiss of Krishna unless they wake the fuck up. I didn't get very far today, as usual. Or maybe we did. Sri Shukadeva Goswami said, eager to engage in the worship of Krishna. See, so that verse is deep, man. Worship of Krishna. What does that mean? Oh yeah, I'm very eager, man. Can't wait to get up to go to Mangalartik and get the eye exercise. Look at the deity. Whoa, what a beautiful garland. Oh, look at the feet, man. They're rosy, man. And look at the beautiful garland. Wow, I got my eye exercise. Okay, Mangalartik's over. What's the next program? Purishit? Shit? Purishit? What's your next program there, Purishit? Let's see. We're going to do Tulsi Puja, then Mangal, then we go Guru Puja, and then we do the Bhagavatam class, and then we have Prasadam. After that, then we do this program, that program. Yes, yes, yes. This is a real devotee. Yeah. No, no, no. That's not eager, eager to do the morning program. Okay, that's a good start. Yeah, I knew that there was this when I was in the in ISKCON, many years ago. So I was a temple. I was living in the temple, and there was this our temple commander. He was so pucka, man. He was always he would do all the more he would get every program you could do, just one after another, just so pucka, and he had the T-lock straight and the neck beads perfect and everything tied, his dhoti tied and everything. I thought, wow, this guy's a super devotee, man. Look at this guy, so pucka and everything. And then one day he just blooped. He just disappeared, man. Nowhere to be seen. Why? Because see, you gotta integrate, man. You got to be real. You got to see there's something beyond the material, because if not, the inner forces, the demons, even the speculation, the demigods, the demons are controlling you and forcing you. And you could try to force yourself to follow rules and regulations even perfectly. And inside, these forces are still active. You got to purify those forces. You need sadhu sangha. You need to hear truth, really truth that names these demons inside you, which we do here all the time. Because if you can't name these demons inside, the putanas, the kalyas, and all that, you can't see that, you can't name it, then it runs you. See, that's called repentance. Repentance is, wow, I got this demon inside, man. This demon actually, I actually hated you, Gohari Das. I was just with you to suck power from you so I can go and do some of that. But I just hate your opinion, man. I never liked it, Johan. See, you see, these things are running this guy, and they will destroy all of those persons. That's what it does. Those demons destroy. They plunder, they destroy, they maim, they cripple. That's what they do when you believe in demons as your authority. And then you promote that. You become a servant of these obstacles, the putanas and the speculations, the whirlwind demon, the cart demon, the material mentality, and all of that, and and also in that preaching of his and all of these is Mayavadi, man, which swallows up real bhakti, man. That's that snake that swallowed Krishna. See, that's liberation. That's salvation. That's why you got to be careful about associating with Christians too. Many of them, most of them want salvation. And that'll swallow up your bhakti, the pure devotion. See, when you come to a real sadhu sangha and real spiritual master, real devotees, you get protection. Krishna protects us. I don't know any of this stuff on my own. He shows me all these things and I share it with my friends. That's being a guru and that's being a disciple. You become a disciple and a friend, just like, like Arjuna, was. And Krishna said, "Oh, what's your qualification, Arjuna? Oh, yeah, you're my disciple, my friend. Oh, automatically you're qualified to understand the science of Krishna because you're my disciple and you're my friend. And you realize, this is where the real shelter is. That's real guru. The real Krishna is working through them and only them. And they're rare. Believe me, they're rare. You go check it out after a few of these classes here and then go look what you got out there. You got mazes, you got halls of mirrors, and you have lies and deceptions. That's Maya works, and there's this narrow gate, man. So isn't it funny? This narrow gate always pops up, man. The narrow path. If you could surrender unto the words spoken by a guru, you can stay in if you cannot surrender unto the word spoken by Guru, you stay in darkness, and it is very visible. Krishna stays hidden for them because he does not like those dark speculations. Yeah, he wants to be with his friends, man. He wants to be with his devotees and friends. Think about it. What's following in the footsteps of Vrindavan? They're They're devotees of Krishna and his friends. You notice that's why I preach the same conception. You got to become a devotee and a friend, even on the level of Bhagavad Gita, man. Hey, Arjuna, you're my devotee and my friend. You're my disciple and my friend. If you don't become a disciple, friend of a real guru, what happens? You become a Johan. You become a Christina. You become a Madhusudan. You become a any of those other Mahavirya, Amina, my ex-wife. I even forgot her name. I know. I don't want to even say that stupid name that she keeps around. How dare she? When this is what I was basically saying, Lalita. What is this? She keeps a name which insults her own guru. I gave her the name Premanidi, right? And she takes the name Manorama. You insult her. You deserve to be in darkness, man. A long time you. Can I say it? Can I say it? You bitch! You're a bitch. You know what a bitch is? Screwing everybody. You're screwing, you're not faithful, man. Not faithful to the real guru and the real Krishna, man. You're a bitch. It's not a nasty name. It's just true. That's what a bitch is. They're having, you know, uh, intercourse with all kinds of things and people and dogs and all that. Yeah, she keeps the name Manorama. The name of she if she knew, she is so stupid, man. From this, she keeps a name Manorama given by a friggin' pedophile who was acting as guru, poisonous snake. When I left that guy, I had to, I had to, I had to turn to Jesus for a while. It was so poisonous, and I had to dialogue all this stuff out, this poison I got from that guy, and she was lapping it up, man, as she always does. She likes the poison, man. That's why be careful, man. She's a carrier of that, and insults her guru just by keeping that name. What a Yeah, terrible thing. I'm just pointing out the truth, man. She doesn't know this. No, you guys probably didn't know this. And I actually didn't think about it that deeply until now. The Lord shows me these things and I show you. If it's tough to take what I'm telling you, well, that's your contamination. What else could it be? It's just the truth, man. Can you imagine? I mean, isn't it logical? You keep a name that a pedophile gave you, and you think that's a great thing, and you reject a name that a bona fide spiritual master gave. You're not in illusion there. Whatever your name is over there that I don't want to say, you don't think you're an illusion? You keep the name of a pedophile that you even know is a pedophile? And you reject the name that you could see the person is doing real guru training for real disciples who are getting ecstatic. You don't even know. She doesn't even know what ecstatic devotion is. She was getting a glimpse of it, some rays. Okay? That's what we're dealing with. A lot of contamination. People like that. Truth is a bitter pill sometimes, isn't it? It's bitter, like vinegar. They gave Jesus some vinegar to drink. You go, oh, yeah, okay, that's part of it. A lot of people think, "Hey, go hard." You're criticizing the people. You're naming these people. You're criticizing these people. Well, where the the name criticize, right? The definition criticize. It comes from critique. Critique. You ever see a critique of a movie? A critique. They do a critique of a piece of art. They critique it. This is not really criticizing, it's a critique. I mean, hey, if something's conclusive, like if I have a disciple, say like Govinda or Lalita, and I pray, I critique them. I'm not actually partial. I'm just critiquing. Wow, look at the mercy of Krishna and that Govinda, and look at the mercy of Lord Chaitanya that Govinda and Lalita have. Boy, it's a critique. That's all it is, as it is. See, why did Prabhupada said it was very important to preach as it is? Because it's very important to preach as it is. Because if you preach as it is, people find out, oh, that's ignorance, what I believed before, and this is the truth, because you're preaching the truth as it is, not the twisted truth that these other people are preaching, just by taking the name Guru Dev and spiritual master and taking worship of your disciples. Gohar is going to critique you. Hey man, where's your symptoms of being qualified to take disciples, to take them to Vrindavan? Where's your residency? You try to go and stay in America or someplace, and you don't have residency. And when the police find out that, oh, this person isn't a resident, they throw you out. See, just like we do here, we're critiquing the position of these gurus. Oh yeah, you're taking worship of your disciples. They're worshiping you as good as God, and you take the name spiritual master, maybe Acharya Devs and all this, and yeah, okay, where's your qualification, man? Where's your residency of Vrindavan, man? The only residents of Vrindavan are the spiritual master, according to the critique and the standard that Prabhupada taught as it is. And to be an Acharya Dev, especially, you should be a resident of Vrindavan. Yeah. So we're critiquing things, critics, they have critics of movies and everything. That's their job. They have a job. They're here to critique these movies, right? They critique, yeah, this movie's like this, and they should be pretty expert, And it says, well, what do you think, spiritual master? They're critiquing everything in this world and putting it in its place. Oh, that's a mode of goodness. And didn't Krishna critique everything? Oh yeah, this is the symptoms of the mode of passion, mode of ignorance, and mode of goodness. Okay? And then he started to get into what is a devotee and devotion a little bit. So what is a spiritual master? We critique person. Oh, what, you're supposed to be a spiritual master, you know? And so that's why you can use this critique even on Gauridas. Is he qualified? Does he have those and you can check it in the books, because we preach from the books. These are the qualities of life's ultimate goal. Shouldn't a spiritual master and Acharya Dev have attained life's ultimate goal, to be preaching about, Krishna consciousness? Well, the thing is, they don't even preach about life's ultimate goal because they haven't attained it. They don't have the power to preach and distribute life's ultimate goal, love of Krishna, others, and put them through the purification to get there quickly. They don't have the empowerment to do that. See, so we critique that. We critique these gurus and say, well, look, you're not really qualified. So that's the truth, man. Truth will set you free. No, I don't want to be set free. I want to live in this illusion. Too bad. We're here. That's my job. I'm a critic, man. I'm a critiquer. The movie, your movie is going before this is on the stage of the world, and I'm here to critique it. Let's see your performance. Well, it's not very good, man. Where's your ecstatic devotion, man? What kind of spiritual master are you? You know, hey man, haven't you seen the real spiritual masters like Lord Chaitanya? He was a very ecstatic person, man. Didn't you see Nityananda? A very ecstatic person. Oh, did you ever see their followers? Oh, very ecstatic. They're all of the same family, man. They're all followers of the real ecstatic persons. They all believe in ecstasy. They all believe in conclusive understanding that comes from bhakti. Their Vedanta is good, therefore they call them Bhakti Vedantas. They're not just in name only. Well, I'm a Bhakti Vedanta without Bhakti. Oh yeah, I started a crying school, but there's no crying here. I'm a spiritual master, but there's no spirit here. No ecstatic spirit, because that's the only spirit the Lord is interested in, right? What about you guys out there? Are you interested in the ecstatic spirit? Or you get really like distracted by the Maya's all over the place, man. I don't know. I got to do this and I got to do that and I got to do this. I don't have any time for sadhu sangha, man. I can't even come 2 or 3 times a day, and chant Hare Krishna and amongst devotees. I have no time, man, because I have busy things. My son is calling and my daughter is calling. My father is calling me, you know? Yeah. Are they going to help you at the time of death? They're already dead and they want to draw you into their death snare. I don't have time to come because I got my family I got to deal with, man, and there a lot of times your family are schmucks, man. They're leeches, parasites, and they want to suck the life out of you by keeping you away from where real life is. Isn't real life here, man? Isn't this the life of truth, man? That's why, hey man, if you have any faith in these gurus and everything, my preaching is going to make you unhappy. Hey, hallelujah, man. Just stick it out and you'll see it'll make you really happy. Ultimately, it's just contamination. My attachment to these things and to these people, oh, it's being threatened. Oh, I don't feel so good. Yeah, you're in a healing crisis. This is good for you. Just like you fast, you go through a healing crisis. All the poison starts to come out. Oh, yeah, and it'll be great once it's done. See, we put everybody in a healing crisis here. Yeah, and when you're healed, you start to like the truth. Right? You have all its forms, Guru Tattva. How can you preach Guru Tattva if you cannot show the highest truth of Guru Tattva, distinguished from the illusion over there in ISKCON and Gaudiya Smiti and Gaudiya Math and over in Johan's camp? How can I preach Guru Tattva without distinguishing these things? If you don't do the job in a certain company, you need to be thrown out, full stop. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're not doing the job. Fire that guy. Fire these gurus. Fire them all. If you can't deliver ecstatic love, you're fired now. The Lord is firing you through. He's putting you. So come into the fire, man. You're fired, man. We're firing you, purifying you with the word of truth, man. Otherwise, you don't, those who believe in the lie, this is why you see, why did Jesus say? It's always like this. When deliverance is here, when love of God is here, that's deliverance. When the Holy Spirit here, that's deliverance, not a Moses teaching or a Prabhupada basic bhakti teaching of external bhakti teaching and bhakti siddhanta external. When deliverance is actually here, there'll be this teaching. They'll point out, oh yeah, these are all the obstacles, and then put them to the test and put them to the fire, man. That's all mundane, man. That can't get you out of there, man. You need the conclusive truth. You need the real Guru Tattva is the example of Guru Tattva, man. See, from them ecstatic prema emanates, by their word, ignorance is destroyed. All right, what do we got here? Eager to engage in the worship of Krishna, O best of the Kurus, Narada Muni stayed for some time in Dwarka, which was always protected by the arms of Govinda. See, Dwarka was a Dham, man. Dwarka Dham. It was always protected by the arms of Govinda. Because why? Because they're all people there who believed in Krishna, worshiped Krishna, took shelter of Krishna. That's called sadhu sangha, creates a dham. We got a dham here, man. See, a dham, a dome, a mushroom. See, that hill of Govardhan. See, the dome, Govardhan. See, they misspell. They misspelled the word Govardhan. It means Govardham. See, we need a Govardham over us, and that's Krishna, man. We that protection. That's your sadhu sangha. Anybody not coming here regularly, you're an unprotected. You know why? Why do you want to do that? That's why people say, "I'm getting purified." Well, get your friggin' ass over here more often, and you'll get purified. You know of that purified the contamination that you're picking up out there, associating with neophytes and mundane persons and all that stuff. See, protected by the arms of Krishna, are we not? Isn't that why we come? Isn't that why Govinda and Lalita come here? We come here to the Dham, man, the Dham of Sadhu Sangha, and we're protected by the arms of the true Govinda, not the fake one, not the fake. The fake to me is in the modes of nature. Yeah, it's God, but that's only for Mayavadis who like Johan and like that Karuna. They said, oh, everything is God, everything is God. That's Mayavadi, man. Yeah, everything is God, but in what form? What level? You can't even understand what levels and what forms are because you're not real devotees. Only the real devotees know these intimate secrets, or those who listen to real intimate devotees can know these secrets. Hey, we're under the Dham, the protection of Krishna and Lord Chaitanya and the whole real disciplic line. That's why we are strong here. Many devotees are strong. If you're weak, you're just one of those who don't come very often or take this very seriously. Okay, you can come weak in the beginning, man, but you've been here long enough, man? Are you taking this seriously? You don't you know you're in the Dham? Isn't this where they stayed in Dwarka and they stayed protected by the arms of Govinda? Because they believed in Govinda. Do you believe in this sadhu sangha? Well, prove it, man. Let's see it. Lalita, I can see, believes in this sadhu sangha. Govinda believes in this sadhu sangha. Janaki believes in this sadhu sangha. See, Francis believes in this sadhu sangha. See, all the people I named, Freddie does. Um, and Dean Smith, these people who come regularly, Pani now. See, they believe in sadhu sangha. They believe the arms of Krishna is protecting us. Why do you think I come here? Because I know the arms of Krishna are protecting us here, protecting me. The truth will set me free. Oh, yeah, that's right. More truth today, Lord, whatever that is. Yeah. Isn't that beautiful? Just a couple, even a sentence of the truth is so nourishing, so relishable. For connoisseurs. If you're not a connoisseur, you'll just go over this stuff. Oh yeah, blah, blah, Krishna. Wow, how'd you like my proud class? What did you learn? I don't even ask you. I know you learned nothing. I learned nothing. So we're doing this uselessly. Like these gurus, man. There's a guru out there who was reading all the ecstatic emotions of devotees without he didn't have any ecstatic realization or bliss. He just read every day a chapter for like a month or two and took everybody's attention to listen to his bullshit, man, his inexperience. Oh yeah, let's read nectar of devotion, man, about things I never even experienced. And I'll just read and take your attention and take your time. And that's what Maya does. When you have a fake guru, a false representative of Vrindavan, all they do is take your time and attention for nothing. And you die of Vaidhi Bhakti at best, man. And at worst, you probably leave, or you're smoking, in the closet, cigarettes or stuff, and drinking your Coca-Colas and coffee, and beers or whatever else you're drinking. You die like that. And noodles. She popped up. Yeah, yeah. When you believe, in the truth, Maya comes and tests. They'll come in the form of these people who don't believe, and try to confuse you. They come. Anybody making advancement knows what I'm talking about. They come up and say, "What are you doing over there, man?" Basically they're saying we don't believe in that. See? But the more experience you get in sadhu sangha, the more you see, wow, man, that's your loss, man. I get so much from sadhu sangha. My whole life is here. I getting increasing revelation and nourishment for my soul and for Krishna there, that baby that I got. And look at you. See, you start preaching and witnessing for the truth. The truth becomes your real reality, man. This is your reality now. The reality of people, their world. Everybody's living in their world, but what's their world? It's Maya, man. Usually the modes of nature. And they look at this, right? They come and they look at this, and what's going on there? What is this ecstasy? And what are you talking about? These things. Why are you critiquing everybody in this world? Why are you examining everybody in this world? Well, Maharaj Parikshit, when he found the path, that's what he did. To find the path, he Parikshit, according to the Bhagavatam, in that talks about Parikshit. He's called examiner. He examined every living entity. He had the standard from the womb. In the womb, he had ecstatic emotions, man. I mean, yeah, he did. He saw Krishna as Krishna is, and it awakened him. See? And his whole life, he was looking, where is a person like that I met in the womb? Okay? So there's only two persons that could be like that. That's one is Krishna himself in some divine form, and like Krishna, Ram, or something like that, or a real devotee of one of those forms. It's the only way you're going to meet. And that's how he met. He didn't meet Krishna again like in Krishna. He met Krishna through the word that Shukadev Goswami spoke to him, the real Bhagavatam. That's why those Vaishnavas, unless they repent, they haven't heard the real Bhagavatam. Their gurus cannot speak the real Bhagavatam to them. The real Bhagavatam is spoken here as it is, saying, hey man, you're still believing in Varnashram Dharma, your gurus are, you're still believing in regulative devotional service, doing rules and regulations and fastings and all that. Oh, you haven't heard the real Bhagavatam. Because if you hear the real Bhagavatam, which you hear here, you see that those sages gave up those rules and those regulations to try to perfect their lives that way. And they said, no, we want to hear from Sutta Goswami, an empowered speaker of the real conclusiveness of the absolute truth. And we will live on that truth. We will awaken by that truth. We will nourish Krishna by that truth. And just automatically we will be nourished because we're devotees of that Lord. You come here regularly, you prove that you love Krishna. You are attracted to Krishna. You are developing in Krishna, and he's developing in you. Otherwise, you're bullshitting yourself and other people. If the guru comes regularly, why wouldn't you? Truth is no respecter of persons. If you wander away, you wander away. And then Maya takes over because you got to have a master. Who's your master? Is it the God you get in sadhu sangha, the truth you get in sadhu sangha, the ecstasy you get in sadhu sangha, or is it the God you get outside of sadhu sangha, outside of the protection of the dome, the dom here? It's like a dome, isn't it? Iron dome. Yeah. Got to make room for the new message, of course. Okay, what else we got here? Let's see. My dear King, in this material world, the conditioned souls are confronted by death at every step of life. Therefore, who among the conditioned souls would not render service to the lotus feet of Lord Mukunda, who is worshipped even by the greatest liberated souls? My dear King, in the material world, the conditioned souls are confronted by death at every step of life. They don't know that. That's why, why wouldn't they worship? Because they have no knowledge of worshiping Mukunda, or their knowledge is less intelligent. Less intelligent is okay. The path of Raganuga Bhakti is right before you, and spontaneous devotion is right before you because there's spontaneous devotees right before you, and then there's Vaidhi Bhakti there. That's also before you, and you choose Vaidhi Bhakti. You choose the rules and regulations. See, that's called less intelligent. Uh, if you're given divine intelligence is, oh, the cheese, the real food is with the ecstatic devotees, the pure hearted devotees who are purified by real ecstatic emotional worship of the Lord. See, but they don't know that. Therefore, they're confronted by death at every step. You're still dead in the modes when your gurus are not awakened, and you're even following Varnashram Dharma, which is still dead. It's still in the mode of goodness. It's not life. You don't know what real life is until you meet a real devotee. That's why Jesus said, while I'm in this world, I'm the life of the world. Man, when you don't have a Jesus in this world, or a devotee in the world who is really connected to the real God, the true God, the ecstatic Lord, the Holy Spirit Lord, the Spirit filled Lord, you don't have any life in the world. Wait, life is these rules, regulations, and Varnashram Dharma, some material system in the mode of goodness? That's not even real life. See? People again, why are you critiquing this? Nobody critiques this, right? You're not supposed to critique. Prabhupada taught Varnashram Dharma, and this is Varnashram Dharma forever because Prabhupada said it. Yeah, just like, you Pharisees, it's a Pharisee mentality. They did the same thing with Jesus. They said, what is this? What is this new message that God is merciful? No, it's a stone. We believe in Moses, a stone for a stone. That's no, an eye for an eye. If you there's no forgiveness. No, we give retribution and justice. Like, see, they talk of justice. Charya Dev, justice. Let's have a big talk about justice. What's justice is to get off your friggin' throne, man, and come over here because you're unjust, man. You're not who you are. You're not a bona fide guru until you admit that. There'll be no injustice for you, and it means giving you this undeserved mercy that we got simply because we admit we're smucks and stupid fools, man. Without the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. So where is that mercy? He's not even thinking about that. Where is that mercy? None of these gurus are thinking about it. They're thinking about their pockets. They're looking at your pockets. They're materially motivated persons, like these mega preachers. They have two jets and all that stuff. See, they don't know. They don't know these things. That's the problem. Oops. Yeah, my dear king, in the material world, the conditioned souls are confronted by death at every step. You're confronted by because everything is dead. Every step, man, everywhere you look is dead, 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 dead persons, you know, dead things. It's just death. At every step that you make in this world, you're confronted by death. It's not alive. Nothing in this world is alive, no matter how beautiful it looks. It's still not alive. That most beautiful woman is going to get old and die. That beautiful guy, his muscles are going to deteriorate, and he's going to look like a flabby Arnold Schwarzenegger. You should see him now. He doesn't look very good. None of them do. And they all try to uphold their beauty and get Botox and testosterones and this and that, because they believe in death, man. They're confronted by death. They serve death. They serve the body exclusively, most of these people. See? So So, confronted by death, why wouldn't you worship Krishna? Yeah, well, that's what we teach, how to worship the real Krishna. We're here to critique what is the wrong Krishna, what is not the real Krishna. What is these non-liberated souls are not the real mediums for the real Krishna or the real truth, in other words, the real conclusive understanding of what the real Krishna is. They cannot get you there because they're also dead, man. You followers of those guys, those gurus in all of the groups, including Narayana Maharaj, you're still looking at death. They are not alive until they're conclusively speaking. And I'm here to prove what is conclusiveness. Just like Lord Chaitanya was here. He proved that he knew what he was talking about. You can only be the real thing if you can prove and show that you know what you're talking about better than all these fakes out there, these deep fakes. Yeah, just like AI, they have deep fakes. These are deep fakes, man. You got to show that your knowledge and your ecstasy and your truth is deeper than these acharya devs who are not alive yet. They don't have the spark, the living spark of God that you get through the real disciplic line. Like you guys are coming alive, right? You're the perspective. There's no perspective without your witness. If you're here, you're getting purified, you're making spiritual progress, you'll just be a natural witness. This is the life, man. What are you doing there with death? The conditioned souls, why wouldn't they worship that Lord? Well, because they don't know who that Lord is. Look, in ISKCON and Gaudiya Smiti, all of these Radhakund Babajis, they don't know what the real Lord is. So they're still worshiping death, because when you're inconclusive, it's still death. Johan's still worshiping death of speculations. That keeps him dead. He can't even realize he's a guru and Vaishnava Aparati. Now, that's pretty stupid, man. That's death, man. You can't understand the truth, then you're in death. You're worshiping death. He doesn't think in his mind, oh, I'm not doing anything wrong. No, actually, Gohari is wrong. My understanding is so wonderful. No, it's not so wonderful. It's death. You're going to die, man. You're going to die as a servant of Putana and Akalia and all these other principalities that are controlling you and your so-called friends there. Why wouldn't people worship? You're confronted with death because they don't hear purports like this. They need to listen to these purports. They need to hear these things explained. This is called the supplements of the Vedas. Can you see why you need supplements to understand this? You think Acharya Dev, who translated this book, can give you that supplement? He doesn't understand these things. What is the inner meaning, that why people need to be taught from a real experienced devotee, a real intimate associate of the Lord, who knows what is the nature of the Lord and can explain it in a way that you can understand it, because they're experienced devotees, experiencing real bhakti, experiencing the truth, relishing the truth, okay? Loves to preach the truth and liberate whoever will listen to them. This is not craziness. You're actually crazy if you're not like Lord Chaitanya, man, and like his real devotees who are laughing and crying and choking. Didn't God come here to show the example of what real life is? Yeah, it was different. Yeah, this preaching is different because it's real life that most Vaishnavas don't know. Millions and millions don't know. But we know, and that's our witness. That's why we preach. That's why I preach like this. Those instant revelations. Yeah, aren't they nice? They come like lightning. I love it. Just same thing. When you're empowered by the Lord, it's like that. When Jesus got so many, his followers get revelations. That's what it's all about, man. And they're clear, they're conclusive, they uplift people out of the illusion of Maya. Therefore, who among the conditioned souls would not render uh, uh, service to the lotus feet of Lord Mukunda? So some devotees will say, yeah, we're rendering service, man. Prabhupada taught us Varnashram Dharma, and they taught us regulative devotional service, taught us to build temples, you know. Yeah, we're doing service to the lotus feet. Okay, fine. Are you ready for the next stage? Yeah. What is real service to the Lord? The Lord actually rejected that, but that's okay for neophytes. But is anybody ready to move on? The Lord says, I have so many devotees who are rendering this kind of service, external bhakti, doing, building temples and doing fastings. I have so many who are reverently worship me. And it doesn't control me. It doesn't overwhelm me. Yeah, I want to come here as Lord Chaitanya. I want to distribute publicly what real worship is that really pleases me. Because if you can find my greatest pleasure and my greatest happiness and please me like that, now you'll find your greatest happiness is in pleasing me like that on that level, and not this external bhakti, building temples and distributing books and all that stuff. No, no, you'll please the Lord simply simply by his happiness, connecting with his happiness, giving him his happiness. His happiness is simply what he said. Yeah, when those ladies would chant Hare Krishna, the Lord would stop crying. Did an opposite thing. They thought, oh, if we chant Hare Krishna in association of Lord Chaitanya, see, that's sadhu sangha. If you have a real devotee, you have the association of Lord Chaitanya. So it's just like you were there, and they were so happy. Oh, Krishna, 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 and in the association of Lord Chaitanya. Wherever a real devotee goes, Lord Chaitanya goes, and wherever Lord Chaitanya goes, a real devotee is. See, Lord Chaitanya is in his pastime, so the devotee is there. That's how they live in this world. Even Hanuman, they say Hanuman's still in this world, but he's not just not doing. He's in this world, and wherever there's sadhu sangha, wherever somebody's chanting the glories of Ram, that's where he wants to be. That's where you want to be, is where somebody is like that. Where are you going to get talks like this? Where are you going to get the real Bhagavatam preached? Only here. That's all I've seen. I haven't seen anybody preaching real Bhagavatam. Prove it, man. Where's your ecstasy? Where's your real clarity, man? Where's your Vedanta from that bhakti, man? It should be extraordinary. Otherwise, what is it, man? If your Vedanta isn't like Jesus or like Prabhupada, who only gave to a certain extent, but put it in his books and Bhakti Siddhanta, or like Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda and their real followers. If your Vedanta is not extraordinary, you don't have real Bhakti yet. You're not worshiping in prema. But if you're worshiping in prema, man, your Vedanta is going to be extraordinary. It's going to be clear, logical, and fantastic. It's going to be illuminating. That's how you tell. These are the verses of Prabodhananda Sarasvati Thakur. Lord Chaitanya had these symptoms, the qualities of uncommon Krishna conscious realizations. Do you notice that here? Does anybody purified enough to notice that? If that's here or not? Do you feel uplifted by these things? These truths? This kata? Or you just, this Bhagavatam class, what time is prasadam? See? You should see these classes, man. Go look on YouTube and then they show the audience, and the audience is on like this. I saw, you know, all the way up to Narayana Maharaja. I saw these, you know, and they really like bang, bang, clang, clang, and big ceremonies and all these external things that they don't turn on the real devotees. It's all about being turned on. Don't you want to be turned on in Krishna consciousness? Don't you want your Krishna consciousness to be turned on? Don't you want to tickle Krishna to laughter? Don't you want to, you know, awaken that Lord in your own heart? Awaken the Lord in your own heart means awakening this eternal transcendental relationship. Who wouldn't want to worship like this? Well, anybody who doesn't listen to talks like this and doesn't get the real situation defined and clarified. That's why they stay, not hearing the real Bhagavatam. They don't understand the supplementary preaching that the devotee Bhagavat does to make this more clear. Yeah, it's just like Jesus taught. He said the mark of a prophet or an acharya, anybody used by the real transcendental Lord, the mark of an acharya or a prophet is they make clear what has been said before. They supplement it, you know, by their realization and revelation and personal experience. They make it clear and then they bring forth new understanding of the kingdom. See? And that goes out, see, into the purifying people. That anybody who listens to him, and then you become Krishna awakens. He's very pleased that you follow the real path. You're believing in the real path. Yeah, like Tarun, man. You know, he's coming regularly and he knows he has, you know, that this is going somewhere and this is what he wants, even though he's honest and says, well, you know, I'm not there yet and I still have this guy. I said, yeah, you just stick it out, man. Show your sincerity by just being in this place here. Develop your faith and increasingly you'll have spiritual experiences. Your faith will increase more and more and more until it's rock solid because you're getting so intimate with God. You'll never let you this path go, and the Lord won't ever let you go either. All right. See, who worshiping Mukunda is worshipable by even the greatest liberated souls. See, the greatest liberated soul, not all liberated soul, the greatest of liberated souls who are liberated in devotion and spontaneous worship of the Lord because they're naturally attracted. They're naturally attracted, man. See, and you get that edge that you'd have to be a liberated soul by being around an empowered, ecstatic, conclusive devotee. It's why you attain Krishna so easily without any big troubles, man. Why wouldn't you do that? Well, you don't hear this preaching because your gurus can't preach like this. You should give them up immediately and come here. Why? Because you hear this kind of rare preaching. Oh, there's no fault in giving up those gurus. No fault at all. Because Krishna will be pleased. You follow the real Bhagavatam. Bali Raj gave up his guru who was adverse. Your gurus are adverse to this preaching because I'm just preaching the truth. They're going like this. Ew, ew, this is a threat to our prestige. This is a threat to our kingdom of bullshit, man. Ooh, this is, you see, that was Bali Maharaj's guru. Ooh, this is a threat to our, the Vamana is becoming, attracting my disciple. I got to do something about that. I got to curse him and all that. Curse Bali Maharaj. See, you're following them. When you leave these gurus, all of them, Narayana Maharaj included, the Radhakund Babaji's included, the pedophiles included, you're actually pleasing Krishna because you're following the footsteps of the real Bhagavatam that I'm preaching here. Nobody's preached like this. No, this is here. This is the cutting and chopping technique. This is going into the jungle growth now and uncovering that Krishna with Edward Scissors hands. Shh, going in and giving everything a nice haircut, man, so we can get at the real deity. Otherwise, the deity's covered with all these weeds and lies and deceptions that people are believing in. Is there anybody out there in the wilderness? Make straight the way of the Lord. Can you hear the message? Try to speak English otherwise, or give a translation in English. Otherwise, nobody knows what you're talking about. Yeah, worship by liberated souls, the greatest liberated souls. So how are you going to get to the position? You want to be liberated first? Lord Chaitanya spoke about this. He in the Ancha Lila, he said actually, or no, that might be Madhya. I don't know. Yeah, it's in Chaitanya Bhagavat somewhere. He said actually, it's very hard to develop attachment to Krishna because you got to be a liberated soul first. And that's very hard to come to the liberated position. That's what Narayana Raj was teaching. That's ISKCON's teaching. Come to the liberated position by austerities and renunciations and regulative devotional service. And all the very hard to come to this. Takes many lifetimes. That's why he preached many lifetimes. What? Narayana Raj, many lifetimes before you get prema. See, you follow his path. Yeah, many lifetimes. Because he wasn't preaching like Nityananda or inspired by the real disciplic line yet. See, because Lord Chaitanya said, but those who take shelter of Nityananda, you got to find Nityananda's servant now, because you can't take shelter directly, obviously, because it doesn't seem to work for these people. Works here because you found Nityananda's real servant, man. Real electric current that comes from Nityananda all the way down the line. And here in 2024, and comes out here, right? Ecstatic devotion, making ecstatic devotees, real truth, based on real bhakti. Yeah, Lord Chaitanya said, but those who take shelter of Nityananda very easily get the goal of life, very easily develop prema. Oh, but if you don't take shelter of a Nityananda or his actual servant here, if you don't, who actually loves Nityananda and all the real devotees and the Lord's incarnations, you don't take shelter there. Oh, very hard, many lifetimes. So you want to do the many lifetime preaching? There, you Narayan Maharaj followers? Or do you have any real spiritual greed and want to learn the real Bhagavatam that he couldn't teach you? And you can't learn here unless you develop faith and become a real disciple and friend here, because then you're not going to know. This, we got an example, Johann. Look how much he learned in 6 years being around. He was around, but not really around. He was thinking about some other opinion somewhere else in his world. You got to follow the process. If you don't follow the process taught here, you don't get the prize. Yeah. So what is he saying there? I don't like. Why can't you just give translation? So what is he saying, Lolitas? Because I'd like to respond to these kind of things. See, the people, they say these things and I don't know what they're talking about. So put it up there. I want to know what he's saying. Hare Krishna. So one day the sage among the demigods, Narada, came to the house of Vasudeva. After worshipping Narada with suitable paraphernalia, seating him comfortably and respectfully bowing down to him, Vasudeva spoke as follows. See, that's how you see, that's the ideal of treating an ecstatic devotee, but people do that. Nobody knows. See, Narada Muni, people don't know what a real devotee is. They think, oh yeah, Narada Muni, a name. See, oh yeah, the name Narada Muni, Narada Muni, Narada Muni. The name Narada Muni, Narada Muni, Narada Muni. Yeah, yeah. But what is the real part? What's the other part of the person, man? Not just the name only. No, no. Where's the other part? Oh, yeah. He came into the association of Vasudeva, as an ecstatic devotee, probably sometimes laughing, sometimes crying, chanting the holy name of the Lord and showing what reality is, the highest reality, the highest truth by demonstration. And Vasudeva welcomed him. There you go. There's the real path. How many people are welcoming the Lalita Gangas and the Govindas out there, ecstatic devotees? Well, look, Fani is doing that. They really like to be with devotees like that. See, this is pleasing Krishna. Because if you don't do this, this is real Bhagavatam. This is the essence of Bhagavatam. If you don't do this, you ISKCON devotees and all of you out there, you don't do that when this situation is here, because the same thing is here again, revival. You don't do this here, then you're not really pleasing Krishna. Govinda, send out Shiva's servants to piss on their sacrifices. That's the real Bhagavatam. That's hard to take, isn't it? Oh, that's Gohar. He says, tough teachings, man, tough. Well, Bhagavatam's giving you the tough teaching. It's time to understand the tough teaching. Go piss on their sacrifices. Look at this. They can't even follow real Bhagavatam and give worship and appreciation and even a glass of water or come and give a class, from an ecstatic devotee, cannot give honor and respect to the ecstatic devotees who come in the name and the emotional state of Narada Muni. See? Govinda, send those Shiva followers and piss on their sacrifices. Can you see your sacrifices are not really pleasing to the Lord until you can just offer a cup of water? That's what Jesus taught. Jesus said, even those who offer, you're a part of me, man. You're going to get the Holy Spirit, man. And anybody who even offers a cup of water to you will be benefited. Anybody who listens to you, it's like they are listening to me. There's room for my word in you and makes room for your word or our word in others, and they will get the Holy Spirit also from your witness. That's why it happens here like this. That's why many devotees are attracted to these devotees like Govinda and Lalita. Even more so than my sour teachings here. Kind of bitter. Is it bittersweet or is it just bitter? Witherspoons are more accommodating and welcoming. Yeah. Hey, you remember Govinda? Were you there? I think you were there. We were at Witherspoons in where Fani lives. Yeah, yeah, you were there. We were at I think you were there. We were with Witherspoons. Remember that drunk lady? She looked over at our table. She lit up, man, and she says, "I just want to give you a hug." You know, this drunk lady. She like that's uncommon. I mean, why would some person just look over at our table? I just want to give you a hug. Yeah, I love the preaching over there to the drunks. Yeah, I like my little corner I had there at Witherspoon's and little corner. And that little corner I could be because when you're preaching, like the I had a little corner. I was like boxed in, so from each side there nobody could hear, so I was just looking at through the window. People in the window looking, what's this guy from the outside, going like this and doing, laughing and crying. Do they still have Witherspoons? Are they still open, or do they close because of the demons closing them down? Mata says we need to awaken the heart of soul, then we shall go back to Godhead. Yeah, and what he needs to know again, you want to do it the easy way or you want to do it the hard way. Hard way is you just speculate on the way because your heart isn't awakened, and because if your heart is awakened there, Mat 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 Jaz, if your heart is really awakened in the real vein, the real gold of Lord Chaitanya's mercy, then you'll preach conclusively. You'll tell people the quick way is you go to the real devotees and awaken in their association quickly. Otherwise, that path is not clear. Where are you directing people to their own hearts, to their own sadhana, to their own abilities? No, I always knew my abilities come from taking shelter of real Vaishnavas, man. Real Vaishnavas in the books. Even for me, I could do it. Most people can't because I had this attraction already. I could understand what was being in the books. That understanding helped me, but most need more help than that, just by the fact of how you preach like that. Yeah. Mighty bhaktas think they woke up by receiving the japa mala. That is their awakening. Yeah, see, that's so external. See, external bhakti. What is internal bhakti? Krishna wakes up in your heart and he shows himself to your soul. See, Bhagavad Gita. Krishna and the living entity are like in the heart, like two birds in the same tree. Okay? Well, that other bird that's hidden by the veil awakens in us. And now you have that second birth, the real initiation. See? And now Krishna is born in you. And now you know what real love is, because that born that love is Krishna is born, and that love for Krishna is born in you. See, it's your new baby, man. Just like baby is born in this world, and as soon as it's born, you love that baby. See, but that's mundane and material. That's why if you're gonna do an adoption, a lot of times they don't show you that baby because they know the mother will become attached to the kid. They just get it out and give it away real quick, so the mother doesn't see it. Okay? Well, you think it's that way in this world. It's that way in this world because it's a reflection of this level of truth we're preaching here that nobody preaches. Narayana Maharaj doesn't preach it. None of them preach this. It's the pure and simple truth by revelation and realization and true understanding. Yeah, they don't understand this, or they can't preach it, but we do. That's why people make progress fast here. You're hearing the real Bhagavatam. Real Bhagavatam, the Bhagavatam glorifies. So I just tell you what the Bhagavatam says. This Bhagavatam is here to give light to the world. But if your guru is dead, your spiritual master is dead because they're not awakened and they're not devotee Bhagavats, they take that book Bhagavat and they speculate on it just by the fact that they call themselves Guru Days without prema. Without prema, you're no resident of Vrindavan, and therefore you don't have the conclusive understanding of the absolute truth that gets you to the kingdom of God really quickly. It's a real Bhagavatam. So that's why there's the devotee Bhagavat and the book Bhagavat. And by the action of the devotee Bhagavat and the book Bhagavata, that they preach the as it is truth they preach, Love of God is awakened in the heart very quickly of somebody who takes the time to listen attentively and faithfully to such a devotee. Okay, that's in the book, chapter 1 of Adi Lila. This is the path of peace, it says. Simply by hearing the pastimes of Krishna and Guru Tattvas and all these truths and the relationships between the Lord and his devotees. All these hidden and secret things. Deep love for Krishna is awakened into the listeners. See, chapter 1, Adi Lila. Little paraphrased, but good enough, better. Yeah, I got to take a little break now. All right. Hey, this was fun. Thank you for coming, everybody. And hope you got value from this. Lalita, why don't you come on here? Or anybody. Let's do some of that, man. So I'm going to put the link up. And so the devotees who want to come up can do that. Here, I'm going to put the link up here. So the devotees who want to come up can come up. So don't go away so fast here. So come up if you Noodles, if you want to come up, or Fani too. Give some, share some with how this is impacting on you. Let's do some real preaching here. Okay. All right. So there's the link. So come on up. Let's get a few people up here. Let's get 10 people up here. Share what you're getting from these classes. Don't be shy. Lalita, of course, comes up first. She's a very eager devotee, man. Yeah, she's eager. All right, let's hear it, Lalita. What's happening? Are you muted?
Yeah, I was muted too. Um, what is the impact on this? This is a real awakening. This is not let's wake up the souls. I remember Shamagori was always saying, "Wake up, falling souls, wake up." Yeah, but how will you do that? Do you have a key? Do we have a certain sound? Yes, yes. I hear a certain sound that wakes up the soul. That's the voice of my guru. The vibrations of the Lord are very, very strongly inside of it, and it wakes me up every time over and over and over again. I Govinda. Yeah, waking up the souls is not by receiving a japamala or by going to the temple or by doing a kirtan in the streets. It only happens by receiving um, the seed of bhakti inside of your heart. When Guru gives you the seed, when he plants that seed inside of your heart, Krishna wakes up because he sees Radharani. And it is your choice. And if you want to become a more look-alike Radharani, if you want to follow her example more and more and want to become a real devotee with real devotion, and then Krishna will wake up stronger and stronger, and then you have a real relationship with the living God. They all speak about the personality of Godhead, but no, but none of them experience that he's a person. And we do by your mercy because you gave, you planted that seed inside of our heart. Yeah, this changed my life, of course. It is very mysterious. It is a miracle that you suddenly become a friend of the Lord, become a lover of the a dearmost friend of the Lord, a lover of the Lord, and all kinds of roles that you can play. in those rasa dances. Everything that Chaitanya brought is living inside in our Sangha. It is available. Those rasa dances are really available. It's not only a word, it's really happening in our Sangha. Yeah, this is really Krishna consciousness. We are conscious of Krishna by the mercy of our Guruji. That's why we have a Guru. Because you need a guru to plant that seed in your heart to wake up Krishna. Otherwise, you don't need a guru. What is a guru used for if it doesn't do anything for you? If it doesn't make any change inside of your heart? And Noodles is laughing. Okay. Now, I give the word to somebody else.
Yeah, yeah, great. Well, yeah, thank you there, Lalita, for your. Let's hear from Noodles. What do you got to say?
I don't know. Maharaj, I don't know. I wanted to say something, but I can't stop myself from laughing now, all of a sudden.
Yeah, laugh. Laughing is good. That could be your statement.
uh, gosh. Ah, yeah. What do I say? Actually, I don't know. There is ayyo, ayyo, I can't stop laughing. Oh my Maharaj, I was completely stable just before I joined the call. Trust me.
That's good. We like instability here.
Oh, Ammo, Maharaj, I can't take it anymore.
No, that's good. Keep it up, man. This is great. I like this witness testimony here.
I don't know, Maharaj. Actually, you know what? I can feel like in tiny little ways that he talks to me with, especially through the twitching eye of mine. It's like, that's like a door to for him to like communicate. Whenever there is something, it's like it just twitches, like it's like a phone vibrating when you are live. It's as good as that sometimes. And I mean, there are more and more when I listen to these songs, I get this tingling sensation and a certain realization kind of a thing. The same song, uh, online when I look up the lyrics, it's it is it what it is, but then I can actually see that the son that this in the song that they're talking about is not actually the son who's actually the son, but the guru kind, the son, as like we say, right? Jesus is son of God. So yeah, it is guru I can see through those songs, which was not the case earlier, and then I get new understanding of it. And then when and it's like, I have goosebumps when that kind of things come up. So it's like, it's power. And especially having Govinda around as well is like really really good. And yesterday I had this dream where I was actually live giving a testimony. And yeah, I was just telling Govinda this morning, I really have to do that. Otherwise I think I keep asking, uh, like, I want to have I've had Lord come up in dreams like twice, thrice now, and then I'm longing to have it again and again, but it doesn't really happen. And then it's like yesterday I was like, Maharaj asked me to go live, and then I have this dream. I'm sure he wouldn't come into my dreams until I actually do that. So yeah, it's good, Maharaj. It's so nice actually, blissed out, and it's like I can feel the Lord so. more so every day, day in day out. I and yeah, and every time I do feel it, it gives me a remembrance of you before he comes in. So that's, yeah. And also funny, I think he's in a work call or something, but he's also actually he always sees things differently from me, but then he's having it more as well. It's growing in us.
Yeah, that's great, man. That's what you should see is, if you're in the right place, there should be progress. The progression. Otherwise, people, they stay, like Vaidhi Bhaktas their whole lives, and nothing really changes in there. Just so you got to see, it's eventually that's part of our preaching is to share. That's that level. Can't you see? You got to see. If you can't see that that's holding you back, even then, it's a problem. You need to see these things. Hey, funny. Let's
Hey, yay, there he is.
give
Everybody
us
else. Krishna
give us.
Lali, Krishna Govinda. Oh, give us a bit. Oh, it's a bit of a lag. Um, I think I'm going through a lot of purification. I feel. I can feel it in my heart. There's a bit like all of a sudden there's a burning sensation. It's like something's burning up, and there's a slight pain after that. But this is not like. I know I'm going to be all right on the other side of it, but it's just Lord is just purifying me without me having to go through all those extraneous all those extra effort. He's just doing it. He's working 24/7 much more than we want him. I do feel that he wants us more. He wants me more than I have a desire for him, and that's wonderful. And that's happening because we are rightly situated. I was telling Govinda that of late what has happened after Yami's passing away is things have started churning up. I feel that I felt it. Like, things were churning up and going more and more. It's almost like I felt we were on a merry-go-round. And then as she as she left her body, it's like it's sped up. And people who are on the periphery and the others, they have to make a choice. You want to be closer to the guru or jump off. This is going to take off. And I felt that. And in my heart of hearts, I feel that we're being more and more rightly situated, in the sense we feel whatever you're speaking is for us. I feel that it's like, it does it. The topics previously I used to, like I was telling yesterday, it's like there was a desire to say, Maharaj, why are you talking about this, why are you talking about that, why don't you talk about the actual Leela, right? And that it feels so naive to me at this point. It's like it's a big block, and I've gotten over it over time just by patient hearing and with the help of devotees here. It's like, and then I can relish it finally. It's like, I can relish your lecture when I can hear it without having to tell you how things have to be. It's actually a big block. I feel it's foolishness on our part to tell Guru what they have to be doing. It's almost like telling Krishna what Krishna has to be like, and not accepting who Krishna really is. And I think because that's really taking us to Vrindavan as well. I feel it's like we appreciate what Lord is like, fully Himself. All the devotees, their characters, fully themselves, and there's no repression. Because we are there. They have to like shy away from us. No, there's nothing like that. You can be your devote, whoever you are, your character is. Just come and it should be all right because we are rightly situated. I feel that. And yeah, I keep forgetting a lot of things that happen in my life, but Noodles remembers it because we keep sharing with each other, so that's lovely. Because yesterday I was feeling I need that, like you say in the classes, and I see Lalita, Govinda, the devotees just bliss out. I feel I need that boost in my heart. It's like, Lord, just flood. Like, I I have the desire. I know it's going to come. Um, but yesterday I was sharing with Govinda that I want that now. I feel like, and I know I'm going to get that here. I'm pretty sure it's a matter of time. And it's like, it's only growing, as I've said, since Yummy left. I've seen a transition in my bhakti and my sincerity towards you, and then it's growing, 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 and growing. Um, the other thing I
Well,
felt recently, we were
well,
we were
a little
we
bit
were
on that. A little bit
sorry.
on that. Yeah, the heart needs to burn these things up. That's the easy way. And that just gets you there quicker. Otherwise, people trying to do all kinds of ways to purify the heart, they can't get at it. But this is the best way. That's why Sadhu Sangha, Krishna says, I'm not attained by building hospitals and building wells and pious deeds and renunciations and austerities and regulative devotional service. I'm attained in sadhu sangha. And real sadhu sangha is also the verse related to that. Is I'm attained through the devotees who chant the holy names with great ecstatic devotion. That's why it causes that burning stuff so quickly. You know.
Yeah.
Um, oh, look at this, Janaki. Oh, welcome.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, go ahead there, Panit.
Yeah, I want to say that recently we went to one of our friends' place. They were just inviting us over. So as soon as I entered the house, I felt that energy. It was like so weird. I couldn't stay in the house. It's almost like some Krishna was like from the inside was saying, "Just walk out, go away." I was like, the lawn. Literally, I was like, I'd close the door, go out into the lawn under the sun. I
Yeah,
had to, and surprisingly, Krishna just ended that whole thing. It's like, it's just it had to go on like that way, but it's just
yeah,
like we're trying to be nice, and all this while I don't think that's justified. I just had to be like who I am. I had to tell the truth. They didn't like it. Like you say, it's like tough luck. All right, I'm going with my Lord. I looked at Noodles. I said, I don't feel good here. From the moment I walked in, I'm going. That's it. I just left. I this is so nice. I mean, I feel I could be what I really am because of the
mhm,
Lord awakening inside. And I really loved how Lalita said just before, like when she was sharing, because you, Guru Maharaj, you give us that bhakti, that seed, and Krishna awakens because it's Radharani in the
yeah,
heart. So I love that. I just love that from what she said, and I get all
yeah,
sections, that the devotees share. Govinda shares so many. I don't remember each one of them, but it's the gist that gets into the heart. It's like, and then that's it. So I love that. I love this path, and I love the people who are on this path. It's like they're very rare. I feel this is the company because they are vibing with what's real. Everywhere
mhm,
else, it's like they're vibing with what's illusion. And I'm like, all right, if you want to be with me, all right. Otherwise, just
yeah.
GTFO.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, great. That's awesome there, Pani. Hey, let's hear from Janaki.
Hey, woo! I saw Pani and I thought, wow, I got to get up there, Pani. Thanks. Coming from the Vaidhi path, Pani knows, and it's it's a completely different path. And I know, you have to give up every conception you have about what spiritual life is, what your connection with Krishna is, what all this is. It's a completely different path. I was sharing with my daughter yesterday because she's trying to understand, because I'm giving the task right now. I'm ridding Vaidhi completely. I've had deities for 25 years, and I'm packing up their things, saying, they have to leave. They have to leave. It's not my belief. It's not my belief. And so it's like I'm always having to clarify my growth in my spiritual path. How you can't walk two. You can't walk two. You have to walk your talk. And Vaidis try They try to walk their talk, but they can't. I've never seen any of them walk their talk. None of them. Until I met Srila Guru Haridas, I saw, whew, he's got something different. He's got something that I want that's so different from anything I experienced in my spiritual life. I want this. And now, having Lalita, I want what she has more than what Srila Guru Haridas has, because she has pure love of Guru. Pure love of Guru. And Guru gives you Krishna. Without Guru, you can't have Krishna. And that's what I realized. All the so-called gurus that I looked up to in ISKCON, not one of them even comes close to what Srila Guru Haridas gives us, not just in words, but in action. And action is more important than words. And that's why I never miss a class. I have to hear every word. Stop life, hear every word, because every word is what gives you the life. It does me, and I'm so grateful to be just a little crumb with all you great devotees. Thanks for pulling me along.
I like how she says that.
I'm on the ball.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Janaki's a trembler. She trembles a lot.
Thank you for letting me come on.
Hey, that was awesome, man. That's great. Well, thanks for your contribution there. That's you're a witness.
Yes, I'm a witness.
Yeah. All right. So, Govinda, give us a word.
Great to see you. Great to hear all the devotees. Great to be welcomed here. And I think we're doing like this horizontal bhakti thing, horizontal bhakti yoga, whilst here, whilst up with Prahlad Das. And it seems to be getting a lot of things done from being horizontal, not actually going out. I didn't go out when I was in Newcastle. And I haven't been out since I've been here, but we're getting a lot done. I'm able to do a lot of things. I think this is the lazy intelligence that you speak of, that Prabhupada speaks of. So much is getting done. It's fantastic. We've actually booked a ticket up to go together up to see Prahlad Das, Pani and Noodles, and we'll go up there, and then it'll give Prahlad an opportunity to get out of his flat because he's ill. He's quite ill, and we'll be able to go out, and he'll be able to take his mixing desk, and we'll be able to do some music on the beach and just do some things. So it's nice. It's like the family's growing, and it's you have brought us all together. And I think sometimes of your bhajans that you've done that were just like what Bhakti Siddhanta said, share to the walls if nobody comes, because sometimes when I can't get Wi-Fi connection, as I was telling Noodles today about, when she wants to go live, I said, actually it becomes quite natural after a while. If I can't get Wi-Fi connection, I just give the classes like I always give. It's just that there's no Facebook Live. So I'm so grateful to what you've given us. It's so Narada Muni. This, what we bind here, which is like you traveling, I'm traveling. It feels like, and I know we'll be doing this. I'm not just saying we've got something. I know I've got something that's eternally conducive forever. Thank you. It's amazing. Thank you so much. Truly amazing. And thank you all the devotees.
Yeah. It goes on forever. It's amazing. Yeah. Well, that's awesome, man. Thank you for sharing, everybody. Anybody want to put any closing thoughts here?
I don't know.
Okay,
I can
meeting
just say,
adjourned. We'll see you guys in a while. Thanks for coming, everybody. Oh, okay. Go ahead. Go ahead there, Noodles.
All right. No, Maharaj, I wanted to say that,
Oh, okay.
if
We're going to say goodbye.